We're all born into this world fragile, unsure, and needing. And from that very first breath, life feels like a mission to fill those gaps, to become strong, certain, and secure. So we chase. We chase status, money, comfort, admiration, always looking ahead thinking that maybe, just maybe, the next milestone will finally bring peace. But what if that very chase is what keeps us restless? To understand this, let's turn to a time-tested way of thinking, Stoicism. A philosophy from ancient times that's perhaps more relevant now than ever before. Stoicism began over 2,000 years ago in ancient Greece and later took root in Rome. And yet, its principles still feel strikingly modern. Stoicism doesn't ask you to run from reality. It invites you to face it, head on. Not with fear, but with clarity. Today, this ancient mindset is being rediscovered by CEOs, athletes, creatives, and everyday people. And that's no coincidence. In a chaotic, overstimulated world, Stoicism teaches us how to ground ourselves, not in control over the outside world, but in mastery over our own thoughts. At the heart of Stoicism is one powerful idea: there are two realms in life, what we control and what we don't. We don't control the weather, or how people treat us, or what obstacles might appear tomorrow. But we do control how we choose to respond. And in that small space, between stimulus and response, lies all our power. We often imagine happiness as something we'll unlock after we get that job, that relationship, that house. But Stoicism challenges this. It says, if your peace depends on anything outside of you, it's not real peace. We can and should pursue goals, but if we believe that our worth lies on the other side of achievement, we become slaves to a finish line that keeps moving. So the Stoic learns to be intentional, to act not for applause, but because the action itself is worth doing. Think of wealth, fame, or comfort not as goals but as bonuses, ephemeral. Enjoy them if they come, but don't tie your identity to them. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, had more power than almost anyone in history, yet he reminded himself daily that life's pleasures are fleeting and that true joy comes from virtue, from living rightly. That's why Stoics regularly practiced letting go. They'd voluntarily sleep on the floor, eat simply, walk in the cold, not to punish themselves, but to prove, I am more than my comforts. I can survive without them. I can thrive without them. Seneca, another famous Stoic, warned that people guard their money more carefully than their time. Yet time is the one thing we can't earn back. He said, people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful. The Stoic path teaches us to live now, to see this moment as the main event, not the warm-up. When we stop waiting for life to start, we realize it already has. Hardship, it's part of the deal. Loss, inevitable. Criticism, guaranteed. The Stoic doesn't deny these things, they expect them, but they also know the way we frame our experiences determines our reality. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." So we practice reframing. We stop labeling events as good or bad, and start asking, how can I grow from this? What can this teach me? That shift in thinking, it's everything. Stoicism isn't about becoming unfeeling or indifferent. It's about becoming deeply present. It's about living in alignment with what we can control and releasing what we can't. In a world that constantly tells us to want more, be more, prove more, Stoicism offers a radical alternative. Be still. Be thoughtful. Be enough. Because when we stop running towards some imagined future, we finally begin to live, right here, right now.